What's up, listeners of A Cup of Ambition? I'm Emma.
And I'm Glinda.
and this is A Cup of Ambition podcast where we talk about ambition. If you're listening and don't know what ambition is, what the hell is wrong with you? Go read it. But it's
where have you been?
Literally, like, it's the 3rd episode. You should be done with season 5 already, even though it's out. It's a fan-created series by our friends Maggie and Esther, which is semi-inspired by the characters of Girl Meets World that centers around a performing arts school. And you can read it and find out more info at ambitionsource.tumblr.com.
Woo!
Do you want to warn them
that.
what a bumpy ride they'll get into?
Oh, girl. At this point, I feel like they should know. Some shit's gonna happen.
It's not a spoiler-free podcast, and we swear. I'm pretty sure we probably already swore.
Oh, I completely forgot to. Okay, I'm sorry to warn these people, but I think if y'all are only watching the 3rd episode of this podcast and not the 1st and 2nd, well, first of all, like and subscribe. then
we're like antagonizing them. What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck you read it? Why are you fucking listening to this one and not before? Like, damn.
I mean, it'd be really funny if somebody would listen to this podcast and they have no idea what ambition is. Like, they've never read it.
Well, but
they're just going off what we do.
We encourage you to read it. If you
yes, please.
And with that being said, sit back, relax, and pour yourself a cup of ambition. Woo! I remember to do this time.
Yes.
So
at the end.
So this episode is season 1, episode 3, Under Pressure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. A lot gets introduced this episode.
Basically the super simple gist of it is some students are not doing well academically and they got to get their shit together or else they're going to be in trouble, and some may lose their scholarship. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, it's very unfortunate for those. But on that note, it's surprising to me that not more students are having issues with this. Because I feel like all we see them do is perform, or do like shenanigans up in here. So, what's the truth, Adams? What is the truth?
I guess it's like only if they're detrimentally failing, like.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so the episode starts off with "Pump It" by Black Eyed Peas.
Yes, a good one. Even instrumental, it makes you want to dance.
Mm-hmm.
And sing it out, you know? A great start to the episode, to be honest.
It's a little fun start.
Yeah, like what was the last episodes? Because I don't even...
it was the... I don't know, it was like some fucking musical.
Oh, it was the Thriller. It was the Thriller.
Yeah. Oh, wait, it was that. Yeah, the Glee one. It was the Glee
musical.
one. It was Glee.
Wow,
this is a fun, more fun start.
Yes.
In my opinion. So we have Charlie in the front. I like that. We have Asher, Dylan, and Nate playing cards instead of doing their work, which I love. A little Jeff moment.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But we do have Lucas doing his homework, which is, okay, King, we see you keeping up with your academics.
But he's focused. There was a note. He focuses more than usual on the performance.
Yes.
I wonder why.
Oh, I'm sure, I think it's because there's somebody on that stage whose name kind of rhymes with Miley. I'm not trying to out him or anything, but I think he's got a little crush.
Well, I don't know if it's there yet, but he has his eye. He has his peepers peeled on a certain individual.
Peepers. I love that.
And Miley keeps messing up. she messing up big time on
to
the
be
stage.
fair, like you start a new school, you've never danced before, now you have to dance. All these bitches are crazy. Nobody's helping her. Not even the teacher's doing a good job at teaching her.
Literally.
Big shake to Angela there.
And Miss Riley trips into Darby, and then guess what happens? Sarah Carlson, however fuck you say her name, that dumb bitch, bumps her back. Like,
Which
she
is
bumps
so rude.
back into her. Like, you are literally nothing. I don't care
what a
about
bit.
you.
Like, you would think that she would be not. Well, I mean, to be fair, they're all very competitive, so I expect anybody to be nice. But to bump her back that's like evil.
Yeah. Like, she wasn't even the one that got hurt.
Yeah, like if she like tripped and broke her ankle or something, that's on Sarah's fault.
And so Riley falls, and
everybody
Zay
laughs.
and Charlie tries to help her.
Yeah, but before that, some of the classmates were laughing, which was so disrespectful. Put some respect on her name.
True. And
but yeah, Zay and
Riley doesn't accept Charlie's help, which is really funny to me. She's like, oh, he's trying to put a move on me or something. I don't know. Like, literally, he's just trying to help you up. Like,
she's suspicious.
It's not that serious.
But also, maybe it's because she trusts Zay a little bit more since he called out to her in the lunchroom, maybe?
That's true. Like, I mean, she's friends with him for sure, but I just think it's funny that she, like, shies away from Charlie's help. Like,
she's like, I don't know if I want this Catholic touching me.
And so we are introduced to the confessions page.
Yes.
Which is an Instagram page where students can anonymously send in like pictures of other students and say their little opinions and be a little gossips. And someone took a pic of Riley falling.
Yeah.
And people be laughing about it.
They were fast with that shit, let me tell you, because it happened like minutes ago and it's already on Instagram. Whoever submitted it or whoever posted that, it's gonna get beat.
I'm still confused as like who posted it. Like, were all the performers on stage, or like what's the angle of the video? Like, because my first thought was like, oh, maybe like Sarah did it, but she was in the moment. I don't think she had her phone out videotaping.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever know, but I'm just still like, I still don't know who took that picture.
The writers didn't think this one through. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know if all the performers are on the stage. So
yeah, because they didn't really mention all the performers. Like I don't want to spoil, but there were a few that weren't mentioned.
Yeah. So Riley is really embarrassed and upset, and so she goes and cries in the bathroom.
Next scene. Yeah,
it's pretty
sad. So sad.
Poor baby.
She was really crying.
And then Issa comes into the bathroom, and Riley's like tries to hide, and she's like, "Girl, like I already know your ass is sobbing in here. Like, don't hide."
Issa really said, "I don't give a shit if you need privacy. I'm trying to wash my hands." Imagine, wait, hold on. How funny would it be if Riley's just crying her heart out, and then Isadora goes and takes a shit? She takes a mad dookie next door, and Riley's just like, "I can't believe it." And then next door you're like,
I hate this sound effect.
At least, or like if it was like a really like messy diarrhea, like that would have been horrible. I thank God that it was just that she needed to wash her hands, because I imagine crying to that, honestly. She's like,
tears in my eyes.
Trying to take a dookie and this bitch is sobbing. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry to mention shit in here, but it's a lot to think about.
Well, okay, I was going to say that this was a really sweet moment.
No, it is, because we get to see Isadora like reach out and be like, "Hey, girl, like everybody sucks." I think it's one of my favorite quotes where she's like, "The people here suck." Like, she's right.
No, it's true. Sorry, I had to like, I have like tears and like.
No, don't even worry about that. Oh
But
god.
yeah, it's a sweet little bonding moment that I enjoy.
Yes, let's go, techie performers. Let's go.
So then we get introduced to the academic conflict of the episode, and Mr. Corey has the responsibility to inform the kids that they're failing. But I have some qualms about this whole thing.
Well, there is a funny scene to me here.
First of all, it's like almost the end of the semester. Like I feel like it's kind of getting close to like late to be trying to warn the students. Like I feel like they should have had another warning before, like, hey, do you need help?
True.
You know, like be more supportive. And I think that like I'm pretty sure it is like 75 or more percent Corey's fault that they are failing.
Yeah.
Like
I agree. He is 100% responsible for this.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though, that was really funny to me, is that when Corey's gonna tell Sean and Angela about this, they aren't like super thrilled about it. But because they know something bad's about to be said. But I like to imagine that every time Corey comes to them, they just do not like him. That they're displeased with his ass. They're like,
Sean is
this
like
guy.
Friends with him, he's like, oh, this fucking man.
Literally, no.
He's like, somehow I'm a better educator than him, and that's saying a lot.
He's like, I didn't even go to college for this. Wait a second. Does he even have a degree to be teaching kids?
I don't think so. But if it's because AAA is like a private school, right? So like with private schools, you don't necessarily need to have like they can you don't always necessarily like need a degree in teaching. And like same with Angela, I don't know if she has a degree in like teaching performing arts, but like she has experience with performing arts, so she like teaches them, you know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
But I mean, obviously Sean is like super underqualified and underperforming in his job either way.
Yeah, I think he should.
I don't think he knows how to turn on like a light bulb. Like he's like, well, how do sounds come out of speakers? Like I don't get it.
How does that go from speakers? The students really had to teach themselves.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so basically we find out the students who are on academic probation, and it's Dylan, Dave, Haley, Zay, and Maya, right?
Yep, those 4.
5. Maybe Hanny or maybe Glinda needs to be.
I'm trying. Okay. Glinda's trying her best here. Okay, counting to 4 is hard enough, but to 5.
Yeah. But basically, Angela is.
She's bad.
Here's an infraction against her. She is showing her favoritism about Maya,
of course,
because basically she's upset about the possibility of Maya getting like booted from the school because Maya is on scholarship, and so you know it'll be problematic if she gets pulled from doing performing, because basically Jack is like, if they don't get their shit together, like they can't perform. Yeah. So one, the fact that she's like upset about Maya only specifically and not like Zay or other performers. Or more importantly, the fact that they are failing.
Seriously.
Like they are students. Like this is a school. Like why aren't you caring about your students' intellectualism and like them having basic knowledge?
Yeah.
So infraction against her.
Yeah, I had specifically mentioned once again Angela completely ignoring Zay, because okay, first of all, just the favoritism towards Maya, like fine, whatever, she's a good singer, but Zay is good too, and he's a great dancer. But
and
not
he's starting shit all the time.
Yeah, he's like the most like the best performer in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh my god, but Maya. No, bitch. Glad her ass is failing.
And also Angela is concerned because basically there's like a showcase going on, and
What isn't there?
and Maya, if Maya like can't do, if she fails, then she can't like be part of the showcase or be the nominee for the showcase because there's only one performer. And Sean is like, there should be auditions anyways. So true.
Yes, speak it into existence, King. He has his moments.
Yeah.
The next scene is Katie and Maya at their house, and Maya's just completely not even caring about her homework. She's more worried about herself.
I say not everything is totally Corey's fault for certain students, because she like literally just does like she's just like
all she cares about is performing. She's like, she even says that, which is fine, but you're on a scholarship, and girl, we need to fix you up right now.
Yeah. And Katie is like, just like try a bit, like please.
For the love of God, do something. Stop singing. All that time singing, and they could have done their homework.
Literally. I am a multitasker. Sing and do your homework.
Yes.
Like, it's not that hard.
Is it that hard? No.
And then we see Zay's parents. And I like this scene. Donna is like a little bit of a hard ass on him, but you can tell like it's because she cares about him.
Yeah.
And I like the nuance of like he has to try way harder because of his race. And I also think Omar is such a cutie with his playing the little he pulls a little face to like brighten the mood, like, oh, like I just love Zay's familial relationship.
We love supportive fathers and like supportive mothers, and I think Zay really hit the jackpot.
True.
With these parents, because some of these people up in these schools, the characters are having some issues with their family. I think he probably has like the most healthy, loving family relationship out of everybody.
Yeah, I would agree. Other than like maybe Dylan, but obviously his mother passed, so there's sadness around that. But we say obviously like as if we had learned this at this point, but his his mother's dead.
Newsflash. She's dead.
Yeah. So then all the like people on academic probation are called into a little meeting at school. And Maya and Zay are like hella embarrassed to see each other there. Like they're like, oh fuck. And
actually, wait. Before we go, because I think before that, there's a scene. No, you're fine. There's a scene where they kind of before like they see who else is in probation or whatever it's called. They say it out loud so people know, like, hey, there's gonna be a boot camp. So for those who are failing,
why couldn't they email this?
Yeah, like they literally mentioned it in front of everybody, so everybody's looking at each other trying to see if they're like, oh. But it was embarrassing. But Maya like makes a face. She's like very uncomfortable. And then next scene we have Eric and Sean mentioning that.
Right.
And and this is where it's like Sean's like, wait, it like sucks because of Maya, she's the most in danger because if she loses a scholarship, she's gone. And Eric can't believe that she could lose her scholarship. So he then goes on to talk shit to Jack.
I was gonna say, I think in my notes, I was just gonna add, like they have the meeting and then we see Eric confront Jack about it. I think.
Ooh.
So maybe I'm wrong.
No, I just have bad memory.
But I was just gonna say real quick that at the meeting, everyone assumes Lucas is gonna be there because they think he has bad grades, but he doesn't. He's a little smarty.
Honestly, it's like, yeah, like he's a delinquent, but he's a smart delinquent.
I think it's just
Well, I mean,
he
it doesn't
doesn't
really have
give
to
a
do with
shit, but
anything.
like he's smart. Like
It doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter, like, if you're smart or whatever. Like, he's diligent on his work for his. Like, he takes it seriously because he also needs this school. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that too much. But
So okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you about that, but yeah. So now we can talk
no,
about Eric confronting Jack.
no, you're right because I completely forgot about that scene with Lucas being like talk shit about, which is super rude. But whatever. Yes, the Jarek fight. I say fight, but yeah, until they
It's
go
like a
like
fight.
yeah, but until they go like hand to hand combat,
Do they?
I want.
I don't think they. I don't think they like tussle or like punch each other at all in the show.
No, they never do, but it'd be really funny. Eric's like, "You bitch." He uppercuts his ass. Everybody's
But
like singing.
Jack is boxing. Like he would fucking clear Eric. Like his shit would get rocked. He's like
Yes,
on the fucking ground.
yeah, well, especially with his background, like Jack probably has fought people before.
True king. Okay, so
Very
basically Eric is like, what the hell? You can't let Maya lose her scholarship or her place in the school. This is unfair. And
Jack's like,
we
yes, I
get
can, bitch.
and we get Teacher's Argument, the song from Fame.
Mm-hmm. How'd you like it? Like, what would you rank it as?
It was like it was fine. Like it's a musical. It went on kind of like long for me. I sent Hattie a message like this is long. I do think it would be really hot to see Jack like angry in the song though. So I enjoyed that aspect of it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And yeah, this whole conflict is kind of like hard for me, or not hard, but like I can see both sides. Like
They're
I
both
do,
right.
I do love art and like the idea of follow your dreams or whatever. And I like that Eric is like passionate and protective of his students, but also Maya, like she's getting preferential treatment. Why are you only upset about Maya?
True.
And
why is she
I'm
always being talked about?
Yeah, I think I'm more on Jack's side because it's not like he's saying being like the creative part of the school isn't like not important at all, but it's like literally just put in some effort. Like this is an academic institution and you need to like get a degree. Like
Okay, because here's the thing.
get
Okay,
your high school
there's a
degree.
lot. I agree with both sides, and I completely understand Eric and Jack's like argument. Very important. But I was thinking, I had wrote down that with what Jack said about how it's important that academics is important, whatever. But I just thought that it was interesting. Who's like, oh crap, what did he say? Give me a second. Let me think. Okay, right, because he's like, I can't keep supporting her if nothing changes with like the grades. I get that, but how many times has he allowed some of the things Lucas does, like or did? Like he kind of, I understand both of them need the school, Maya and Lucas. Very different reasons why, but
infraction. Go ahead.
no, you're write that infraction down. But it's very interesting how he has double standards when it comes to Lucas and some of these other students. Male privilege, maybe.
Oh, interesting.
Just say, but I love Jack, and this is the one thing that I was kind of like, King. I don't know about that.
I think it's, well, not to like not say it's not that, but I think it's like he relates more to Jack and his background. Like in this episode, we find out, similar to Boy Meets World, he had like a shitty background.
Yeah.
Growing up, and his whole thing during this scene is like, academics was what got me out of that. And that's why I think it's important.
No, and he's okay. He's right. Like I agree with that.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like
there's
I just
a double
wanted to
standard.
mention. I just wanted to mention that little bit because it's like, yeah, Maya does have shitty grades, but at the very least, with Lucas, he's also interrupting, doing dangerous things, calling the fire department. Like, there's a lot that's going on here.
Yeah, he has good academics, but he disrupts the school as a whole and poses danger.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I love Jack, but lots to think about.
So, we find out the confessions page pops up again. Someone took a pic of all the people at the meeting.
Oh my god.
Can I say, what a fucking loser? Like, literally, who cares?
Yeah, what a little bitch. Whoever did that, what a little asshat. Like, what was the reason?
And basically, everyone is like, everyone meets up in the class, right? And they're like, the teachers are like, okay, well, I guess everyone fucking knows, so no use trying to keep it secret, which, again, you could have made it more secret and not let people know, oh, it's in this room, and we're not going to close, like, put a paper over the window of the door or something. Jesus. Anyways, but, first, so they're basically like, we're going to have students tutor other students. First of all, I want to mention why it says who's going to give Matthews a dance teacher.
Yeah, what a little... Oof, I don't want to continue saying what a little bitch, but why?
No, he's a little bitch. Let's say it.
He can meet me at the grocery store, and I'm gonna like beat his ass in the local grocery store. I'm beat your ass at Walmart. Gonna beat your ass, Wyatt. Never trust a Wyatt.
Like, what? Oof. Literally, what is he doing there? Like, he doesn't... I think that's his, like, first line in the whole show, or, like, the first mention of him. It's like,
I think it is.
Who are you? Who are you to be saying this shit?
That's why I said, like, this episode we get introduced to a lot, and one character is Wyatt, and I just cannot stand his character.
Such a fucking
This
dumbass.
Little white boy is gonna get beat by my own hands. But I wanted to mention that before he said that, before that line, when, like, everybody found out that all the students were getting help, Zay and Maya, like, they go to Angela, but Maya, after getting comforted by Angela the same way that she had comforted Riley when she messed up her dance routine or whatever, Maya's like, you can say that to Sunshine Matthews to make her feel better about her two left feet, but that does nothing for me. And I remember, like, specifically when I read this line, I was like, okay, you know what, bitch? I hope you fail. Bet your ass.
I'm praying.
Kick that this school.
Maya's downfall.
and I do it again, you know.
And I'm not hating on it.
You know, that's just, no, like, this is like, maybe it's biased, maybe it's because I hate her, maybe it's because I don't want her in the show, maybe it's because I don't like her character. But I hope but you know what? At least she's better than Wyatt, so I'm just gonna give her that.
Yeah.
Marginally a lot better.
So basically the students there's like a student tutor group or whatever, so they're matched up with the other students. I thought this was pretty clever, because it sort of maybe helps, like, create bonds and stuff.
Yeah.
And we see Asher tutors Dylan.
But here's the thing. It's creating bonding, but these two bitches are already in love. They're dating. And Asher's
there's other people.
I know, but it's just so funny. It's just funny to me that Asher's like, oh, I'll tutor Dylan. Of course you're gonna tutor Dylan. Who else is gonna tutor him? You wouldn't let anybody else take the chance, Asher.
Hanny is someone, or Glinda. Hanny is someone who simultaneously enjoys Dasher and envies Dasher.
It's not my fault that they both torment me and placate me with their love.
Okay.
You're like, placate me?
Do you mean like placate? But I don't know.
Is it placate? Wait, hold on.
I feel like that's like
placate is to make someone less angry or hostile.
So that's the opposite.
No,
you are angry.
But they torment me, but they also placate me with their love. Also, how do you wait? Let me hear this.
Placate.
Yeah, it is placate.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Good job.
My mind.
You've redeemed yourself from
number
5. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Queen, for my dislike and love of their love.
Anyways, I like the part where Dylan is like, love of my. It's
No, I
like
just love
such a
that.
chill bitch.
I just love when Zay is offered up, like as if he's like some sort of meat slab at the grocer, whatever. Charlie, it's me.
It's so fucking funny. He's like, hey, I need it. And he's like pleading. Also I was gonna
It's
say
so
real
funny.
quick, Clarissa
Mhm.
tutoring Haley. Love the gays. But okay, also I love the quote where like while Charlie is like, please, like I can take on all these responsibilities. I need to tutor Zay or whatever, like weirdo. And Dave is like, Mr. Sean, is Charlie your son? Because they look so fucking similar. And Charlie beams. He's like smiling.
He's so happy about it. But you know what? It's probably well, never mind. Never mind. Because I was gonna say something, but that just brings in like a whole can of worms, which is like super weird. Whatever. The viewers don't need to know what I'm talking about.
No, I want to. Now I want to. Well, you don't have to. I won't force you.
I
But
was
now
gonna
I'm
say,
curious.
didn't Charlie have a crush on Sean? At one point, didn't Charlie have a crush on Sean? He thought he was cute.
He's like a teacher though. Well, I guess we're crushing on him, but we're.
No, I'm pretty sure Maggie had said that he had. Oh, was it Lucas that he had a crush on?
Well,
anyways, you see what I mean?
probably.
It's a can of worms. I'm sorry to the viewers.
I mean, he probably would be. I feel like he's like, oh, that feels good because like Sean is like someone who's attractive and like it's like funny. But yeah, he probably did. Sean is hot in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'll say
in
it.
In your opinion.
Shut up! Like literally.
No, I'm sorry. He was cute as a kid. Yeah, like when he not as a kid, when he was a lot younger. I mean, yeah, when he was younger, when he had the little like hair, like kind of looked like how every boy had it in that.
Yeah,
age.
well, I thought wasn't he like the pioneer or like one of the pioneers of the hairstyle?
Oh, you know what? Maybe you're right, because Boy Meets World, that shit blew up.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and
I'm sorry.
Well, I'll just I won't be ashamed. I won't be made to be ashamed because.
No, you're right. I'm not gonna say anything else on that matter. Like you are 100% entitled to your like of Sean.
And so Charlie gets to tutor Zay.
Mm-hmm.
He
really pleaded.
Yeah, he would like begging, like, okay, you're not like being secretive about this. Anyways, so now Farkle and Maya are paired because they're the only bitches left.
Mm-hmm. Which is like it's so funny. These two like they just cannot stand each other.
Yeah, and well, I think I kind of glossed over some stuff in my notes, but basically they're like, oh fuck, I don't like be with this bitch, and then they're tutoring in the library, and they start like fighting in the library, and they get detention for it.
Which is like, y'all, please. But I love the moment where Dylan's like, oh, so you thought I was bad. But I was a bad student. No. These bitches crazy, yelling in the library. Mm-hmm. God, not even in the library can y'all have some peace and quiet.
For real. Or detention. So
yeah.
So Eric is hosting detention and Lucas is there too. Because of course.
Yes, one of my favorite quotes in here.
And basically Eric is like, you have to write letters for your parents, like explaining what you did. They don't actually have to send it, but like the idea of it or whatever. And Eric is like, Lucas, just don't break anything.
That's one of my favorite quotes. It's hard to say over like audio, but
then he has a little smile, a little evil smile,
smiley face. I love him.
So we
it's
have
the white boy apologist in me. I'm sorry.
What is this feeling from Wicked?
Yes. Oh my god. These bitches and their songs. Wicked again.
Yeah, what did you think of this song?
Well, for what I mean, at least Wicked is an enjoyable musical. I will say that. I think out of all I don't know many musicals, like I know very few, but one I really do know more about is Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've listened to a couple songs just like on my own time, like not just for this show or anything. Which is, yes, shock. I do listen to musicals. And I like it. I like the version of what's her name? Idina
Menzel. I don't know.
Yeah, her. What was the meme where her name was pronounced incorrectly by some dude? And they were like,
oh yeah. I don't.
What was his John Travolta?
Yeah, John Travolta. Yeah.
Yes. I think I ranked this 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, like another musical theater song. But this one was like one of the more enjoyable ones.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like it's there. It was, I like the arrangements. I feel unfathomable loathing towards them as well.
Me towards Maya mostly because of
Yeah,
like
that's
this
true.
one part. Because in the song it says that, like the students when they go back into the school or whatever, like outside of the detention room, people are like favoring Maya.
Right.
And then she's like the favorite of the school. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. I wrote down like one of the lyrics was like, we don't mean to show a bias, but Maya, you're a martyr. And I was like, yep, like Maya gets preferential treatment so much at this school. It's insane. And then they're like, well, I'm not biased, but Maya needs to be the best and needs to do the struggle. Like, ugh, shut up. Really shut up. Like, it's annoying. Really. And then at the end, Lucas goes, boom.
That was like the best part of the song, honestly.
Made his ass squirm. That was a really weird way that I said that. I apologize.
Hey, you bold, like gotta stay with it. Squirm.
I'm sorry, Hanny.
No, I liked it though. Oh my! But the next is such a complete like 180.
Yeah.
Or no, 180 or 360.
180. 360 is like complete circle.
No, you're right. 180.
So, yeah.
To Riley's song, which is Over the Rainbow by Judy Garland.
So she's auditioning for the showcase spot because Maya not be able to perform if Ray's keeps slipping.
That is important to mention because I forgot that was. I completely forgot to mention that. How did you feel about this and her song choice?
So, okay. I really liked the Over the Rainbow with Riley and Farkle, and I have some things to say about it. We'll get to it later. And I love this song. It's so nice. But she was kind of like lacking. Like she
was kind of like Mackie.
No, lacking.
Oh, I was like, Mackie? Who's Mackie? I'm like, hello? Yeah, I agree. There's something missing.
Yeah. And like Lucas was falling asleep.
Which is like, if Lucas is falling asleep, that's oof.
Yeah.
That killed me, y'all. That killed me. I was like, no, Lucas, you're her supporter.
Well, he's not a supporter till, the end of the episode.
No,
we'll get to that.
I'm gonna say he is a supporter.
He's supportive, but he'd be like, you're kind of like bad. Like, well, not bad, but he's just like, okay, can you give me something? Like, he's been like that in general, like the unassuming chorus member. But yeah, especially
he's not good at explaining his words and thoughts. Leave him alone.
I think he was being a dick, but like it's okay. But I think he he focused more on Riley and he wants good for her. But especially him just like falling asleep, like he's not even focusing. Like, yeah, that's a little telling.
Yeah.
And Maya gets pissed off that Riley auditioned, and she's like, Angela, don't you have a new favorite? Girl,
if you don't get yourself calm down before I whoop your ass. Because
like, that was annoying. There's a fair audition at the school. Like, literally. I can't believe that in a performing arts school, people want to perform and audition for opportunities, and I don't just get them automatically. Like, girl, it's really not that deep.
But like I wanted to mention that for some reason, like when I was listening to his song, all I could think about was like when Simon Cowell was on his like one of his like 10,000 TV shows of talent. Because I
Yeah.
can't remember which one it was. There was this like tiny little 5-year-old, 6-year-old who was singing Over the Rainbow, and his ass goes and says, "Hey, stop the track, stop the track." Because he doesn't like the song, and so many people had already auditioned with that. And he was like, "Choose another one." And I was like, to a little 6-year-old?
Yeah, that's like a child. Like, just let the bitch sing and like cry about it on the way.
I mean, yeah. But for me, I gave it like a 7.5 out of 10
Mhm.
because as I don't really like the song. I never really liked Over the Rainbow. I'm sorry to say. Well, I've never really cared for the movie either.
Wow.
Wizard of Oz. I don't care
Wow.
for it.
I used to have like, so my sister was like super obsessed with that movie, and we'd
Oh my
watch it a
god! Wow.
lot, and I would like have vivid nightmares of the Wicked Witch of the West.
No.
And that bitch scares me. Like, she still low-key scares me to this day as a grown adult. And I used to
Oh
have
my god.
like I would have like images of just like her face like popping up and like laughing at me. Me like,
Oh my god, Emma.
yeah.
That is
But I
terrifying.
do like that
Actually,
movie still, even though that bitch is like scary as hell.
I could never get into it. And maybe it's because I like never watched it growing up that I didn't get the same sort of
Yeah, maybe like,
nostalgic feeling.
I mean, there's definitely, is it my favorite movie ever? No, but like, it's a classic. This song is a classic. It was the first song I learned how to play on piano.
Oh my god, is it?
So
You should
so
play
I got
that for
some.
me one day.
I'll be honest, I really don't even remember how to play it anymore.
Well, you have
But
to do it anyways. I got a gun pointed at you right this second.
oh,
Ooh, I got the Glock.
oh, and I love
Packing
little
heat.
dog, little Toto. Isn't that what Dylan? Oh wait, this is like sports, but like Dylan and Asher have a dog later. It's named Toto.
Yes, I think it is Toto. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but
Which
yeah.
I wonder if that I just realized that that's from that. I just realized. Wow, you know, I wonder why they chose that. Do you think they like that movie a lot?
Well, probably because they're like gay. Because oh my god, here's some history for you. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
like in whatever, like the 40s or actually I don't remember when, old bitches in the past, the slang for like being gay and like especially in the military was like friends of Dorothy, which is Dorothy is Judy Garland's character, and Judy
Mm-hmm.
Garland and Dorothy were like people that like the gay community were fond of, and I think like Judy Garland was like chill with the gay community and stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And
Nice.
also Friends of Dorothy also comes from like, I think there was like also a historical figure of the time. But the other week I found out that basically the US government was like trying to find gay people in the military. I think this was
What the hell?
maybe in the 80s or something. I'm not, it was in the past. I can't, I don't remember exactly when off the top of my head. But basically, like gay people weren't allowed in the military, and so
Wow.
people, their slang to like let each other know that they were gay without like saying I'm gay because they would get in trouble is to be like,
Yeah.
I'm a friend of Dorothy.
Ooh, they low key with it.
And then all the like secret military people or people who are trying to like undercover in the military trying to find gay people thought that Dorothy was like a real person, and even though part of that statement is like based on another real person, obviously like it wasn't a real person like in the military like that they were actually friends with, right?
Yeah.
And so then they were like trying to find out who the fuck Dorothy was, but it
They're
was
like,
just
who the hell is Dorothy? Where her
anyways,
ass at?
so maybe it could be that idea of like friend of Dorothy was in general like undercover slang to be gay,
See,
which is
I
interesting.
like that. That's very interesting.
I probably forgot some things or messed some things up. I apologize. Go look into it. It's pretty interesting.
Mm.
But anyways, so
No,
the other Over the
anyways, but that
Rainbow
was really
performance.
amazing. Thank you for your explanation. I love that.
You're
History
welcome.
time with Emma.
Yeah, look, I'm a better history teacher than Corey. His dumbass.
Oh, he's a
For
history
real.
teacher?
Yeah, girl, it's like Girl Meets World. He was the history teacher.
Girl, if that was history,
thing.
then I'm gonna become a history teacher.
Literally, he was. Yeah,
His ass was like, friendship is the cause of the lack of anti-war, and girl, what you talking about? Anti-war. Let's get to the other song, Over the Rainbow.
Yes. Okay.
Piano.
So I liked this. So basically, what I was gonna say is that I really like how Farkle and Riley both performed different versions of this song. Sorry, was I really? Did you hear me? I moved away from the mic.
No,
okay.
I heard you.
I like the parallel of Farkle and Riley performing this song as like they're kind of the main protagonists of the show, and they're also outsiders in their school. Sort of like Riley is falling behind and is seen as like untalented, and Farkle is abrasive and not as liked as Maya, like how we saw it in The Wicked Number, or even Zay, who's like pretty well liked by everyone.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And this song to me, I mean, you don't care about it, but this song to me has a really, it's like very longing and wanting something, and I think they both want something. They want to like be accepted really bad. And I also like how there's another like juxtaposition of Riley was not vulnerable enough in her performance. Like, where was the connection and emotion? And part of that is because she pushes her emotion down for everyone else, right?
Yeah.
But Farkle, on the other hand, has like his guard up at school and being like, I have to have this persona, right? And he's not super like vulnerable at school either. But in the performance notes, it was like, this is one of the most vulnerable performances that we've seen of him, just like playing the piano. Because no one is looking at him or expecting something big from him, and he doesn't like have all that pressure of I have to be the best performer ever. So I really liked how there's that kind of like parallel and compare and contrast of them, and that I thought was really cool. I mean, probably reading into a few things a little bit, but I don't know.
mean, that's interesting. I didn't even think about it like that. That's wonderful. You see what I mean? I'm so good with like analysis and things like this.
And
she got her eyes opened. Sorry. I interrupted. My bad.
You're totally good. And then I was also gonna say it's interesting that his parents don't really accept him like having a creative outlet or like at home. Like he kind of has to keep those separate. So again, it's that idea of like having to be limited. Like you can't express yourself fully. Like Riley can't express herself fully. Farkle can't express himself fully.
It is kind of sad because even at home, like at school, he plays like this sort of like diva. He's very dramatic, and then at home he doesn't really get to show himself off.
True.
Who he really is to his own parents and to also his classmates.
Yeah,
it's really sad.
Like, you see the difference in the last episode of them at the table, and like he barely could get a word in, and then he was like seen as silly when he was like talking about his shit. And so you can see he just doesn't really have a place to belong. It's pretty fucking sad.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Yeah, I was just saying
sad because like him, but
but it's because we love him.
Yeah.
We don't.
He's like crying himself. We're like, you fucking loser with your blazer down the hall. And he's like, oh.
I feel like the reason he wears that blazer is because he's performing. That's it's not who he is.
It's definitely, I feel like, sort of an armor for him and part of his persona.
True.
Like spoilers, anyways, in season 3 he tries to have the blazer when he's like feeling down, but it doesn't work. And so that I think the blazer was like a boost of confidence for him and like a way to kind of like falsely feel that. But at this point, or like, eventually it's like that doesn't work anymore. Like,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's an interesting character because you would think that he has like the best life. He has way too much money. He's, white boy, privileged, but he also, like, at home, he can't really be himself. With his talent, with his little singing, his performing art. I completely forgot he played piano until today. So I like he even plays piano. Like, okay,
oh yeah, I like the piano thing.
It's very interesting. I think piano is such a great instrument. There's so much you could say with the piano without really having to say anything. You let the music guide you. Yeah, so I feel like his family is great in terms of, like, they give him what he needs, and also it's cute that his little brother, like, looks up to him. And so, he's not a total bust on that aspect, but
it's not perfect either. It's complicated.
Perfect. Also, I completely forgot that I have listened to Over the Rainbow, like, before. I just wanted to say that, yes. But I feel like the best version, in my opinion, is the one by Iz.
Oh yeah, the ukulele one.
That child. I think we should have had Riley sing that version, but whatever.
That's nice. But again, that's like, I feel like a sense of joy and emotion, or whatever. Like, there kind of has to be an emotion in there, and like, is she feeling that right now?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
But shout out to my boy Iz. Great
True.
cover. He did that. He ate that shit up, honestly. Right. Okay.
True.
My bad.
You're totally good.
Oh my god. Next scene.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath, girl.
In my thing, I said OMG, 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 Zay and Charlie scene, all caps. Actually, it's OMG, OMG, OGM, OGM, because I was too excited. So
mine is just like,
oh god. All right, so okay.
Oh my god, y'all in the black box together, seated together. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Let's. Emma, I think, really enjoyed this.
What? Why would you think that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Not Emma. I mean my other friend who her name rhymes with Emily.
That's literally my name, Emily.
I know, but I realized nobody who knows your middle name would be like, who's Emma?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to the viewers.
Thank you to the viewers.
Or maybe I'm not sorry.
Ooh. Oh, I'm not sorry.
Right, so we get to Zay and Charlie. Yes. They tutoring. Well, Charlie's tutoring Zay. Attempting to.
Yeah, and so basically, they're chilling. They're doing their work, and it's clear that Charlie wants to say something more, but can't find the right moment or even the right words. A theme for him in the whole show, to be honest. I love that little line.
Ooh. The writers ate it up.
Slurp, slurp, slurp. Yup.
Slurp?
Like, this
Girl, that was funny to me. Slurp.
So Zay, so Charlie is like, you're like hella smart. Like, why are you failing? And Zay reveals that he has dyslexia. And so I love that he is vulnerable with Charlie and reveals that to him.
Things are being talked about.
However, I have a fucking rant.
Okay.
Infraction time. Shouldn't Zay have like a 504 or some accommodations for his learning disability? Shouldn't he already have like tutoring resources or extended time or like whatever he needs? Like, you are required by law to provide that to your students with disabilities.
But would it be public knowledge? Because is that something that he would tell the
to
school?
Me, I think if he has issues with that, I would assume him and like his parents would be like, you have to fill out a form, right? But like, I would think his teacher should be aware of that. Like, I would think that he would have that, right?
I mean, I don't know. Some of these students,
He's like,
maybe
I
they
mean, he's not
lie.
telling other students, right? But like the administration can know.
Damn,
Maybe
Eric
he
not doing his
doesn't.
job.
Yeah. But yeah, like he is smart and he's falling behind. It's like, what the hell? I don't know. I mean, maybe you're right that he didn't have. They don't know about it, but I feel like,
Or
come
maybe it's
on.
like, did he? Like, I don't know. You make points. You're
I
right.
just think,
Maybe they could've definitely maybe like reached out. Hey, like, are you having some issues? Is it difficult? But they were. It's like how you said they did this like super late in the semester when they
mhm.
should have been a little earlier on.
Like I would
Is it
just
the
think
writing
that
or
they probably know that he has like a dislike, in my opinion. But I
yeah?
don't know. And I feel like,
I didn't even think
well,
about that.
Corey is a
Yeah.
piece of shit teacher, so he's not going to do this. But if you're seeing a kid struggle, like, okay, hey, what's up? Like, you know, let's see what's up. But he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, things to think
So
about. Things to ask Maggie and Esther later on.
yeah.
Write that down.
So
Write that down.
I have it down. I wrote that shit down.
Beautiful.
It's
Keep
there.
that written down, girl.
So okay, after my rant, we can talk
Lots
about
of
Charlie
truth.
going on a president of the Zay Babineaux fan club rant. He went on a positive rant.
As he should
Um,
say, should always be appreciated. Appreciated. My bad.
so true. He talks about how he really admires Zay. And
Oh, and he compliments his singing skills and his dance skills. My bad. Can I speak? No.
and he's like, yeah, like all those things are amazing about you, but even more so is just like you are so exactly who you are.
Oh my
And Zay's
god.
like, they? And he's like, I just mean that you know who you are and the way that you just do things unapologetically because you want to. That's so cool, man. I have no idea how to do that. Ah! Okay.
Literally,
Mm,
how
let's
amazing
let's
was
talk about
that?
it. So
The
one,
layers.
yeah,
Because like it's like how you said he
on
doesn't
some
really
onion
talk. He doesn't really like say a lot about what hits on his mind.
shit.
And then he goes off and then he does say to Zay personally all these things. He's being so honest.
Mhm.
It's romance. Ooh.
So yeah, I said Charlie is like in that realm of Riley and Farkle that I was talking about, of like putting up an appearance or pushing down your own feelings for the sake of others, but like
Mhm.
on steroids, like times 1000, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And I think a lot of like this one definitely part like Catholic guilt and like repression. um
Poor guy. He's
he
dealing with a
always has
lot.
to like keep up appearances,
Can't really be honest.
and he struggles with his identity, right? Jose is comfortable in his identity.
Mhm.
He never wants to stick out or deviate from the persona that he's like projected and created, whereas Zay does things unapologetically because he wants to,
Yeah.
and like he can act on what he wants, whereas Charlie doesn't feel like he can act on what he wants, nor is really totally sure what he wants. Like, what does he even want? In a lot of different ways throughout the show, I think. So
Mm.
I just love those little nuggets
Those little nuggets. That's so
of
cute.
of character work.
And they perform a song, a Beyonce
Wait, hold
song.
on. I was gonna say I love the part when Zay says, "When was the last time you did something just because you wanted
Oh
to?" Charlie
yes.
says, "I don't know. I don't go looking for trouble." Zay, who taught you that having fun is trouble? Yes, I love it.
He said, "Hello, fun is trouble." Zay really is like he takes him out of his like comfort zone.
Mhm.
Hold on. Give me a second. 1 second, please. Sorry, is that my
You're
mom came
here.
on, and it's
Okay.
like we're talking about eating food. Okay, I'm really sorry about that. The unprofessionalism is so real.
Well, you
Right.
know
Okay.
who else ate? They
Mhm.
ate this performance school in life.
Period. Exactly. Also, Beyonce's on. Like,
Yep.
y'all, we being fed today.
I don't know if Ambition could afford this, but that's okay. It's
Oh
like
my
a
God,
deep
you're
cut.
right. How much would that cost?
A lot, probably.
Jesus.
Anyways,
Beyonce would recognize real and would know that Zay and Charlie needed this song.
true. She's for the gay rights.
It was 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, this was so fun. I love the idea that they can both teach each other things, which I think is like a through line for the rest of their dynamic in general.
Yeah.
Some of the lyrics, let's get into it. Didn't turn out how your mom and dad wanted you to be. Mom and dad tried to hide the world. The world's too big for a little girl, but like boy in this case. Mom and dad tried to hide the boys.
Oh my God.
And the line, I'm not a preacher, but we can pray if you wanna.
Girl, things are being talked about, being seen today.
I loved all those little bit.
Anyways,
did we have anything else to say about?
No, I just said it was cute that they were goofing off. Very cute.
Oh yes, I liked them. You know, Charlie getting to have some fun.
Yes, it was very adorable.
So
finally, let's go.
Angela visits Sean in his office.
God, these two.
And
it's always these two.
He spills coffee on himself. She goes to help him, and they're like, "Ooh, hold on, we hate each other."
She's like, "Hold on a second. Maybe I shouldn't be like patting his shirt dry.
Get away from him. He's mine." No, just kidding. Jack is mine. Jack is the better brother.
Yes. Oh, for real. No, not even a question needs to be asked.
But basically, Angela is like, "Can you talk some sense into Maya because y'all come from like more similar backgrounds?" And Sean is like, at some point, like she just has to make her own choices. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. Isn't that just like letting her go on for like that's why she's as bad as it is now, because nobody's talking to her.
That's true. Like I think that she should really get a real big reality check. I mean, I guess she does eventually, like
later, but
yeah, like I get it on one hand because it's like Maya should be responsible for her own actions, but at the same time she is always treated with favoritism and like gets away with shit. So yeah.
And how much of that is due to her white privilege? I'm sorry.
True.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to bring that. No, actually, it's nothing like that. It's more because of the fact that she's, she's very poor.
She's good.
People obviously feel a little. I feel like people are with her scholarship problem. Maybe they're trying to not make her feel bad.
I think they just like want her to be able to perform because she's a good. I don't know. I just think
it's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, but Jack is the bitch I respect because he's like, he meets with Maya, and he's like, bitch. Well, he doesn't say bitch, me.
Well,
but he says, bitch, like step your game up. Like you literally got to do better. Take this seriously, or you're gonna lose your scholarship. And
she like begs him not to, which is so funny to me. Like, girl, what do you think he's gonna do?
Like literally,
he can't save you in this situation.
Sorry, we don't stand you.
Hope you fail.
But
no,
anyways,
I'm joking, y'all.
So Farkle was gonna go to Eric and be like, I need to stop tutoring Maya. Like this just cannot happen. But
they always fight.
He hears that she might have to leave, right? And he's like, "Oh,
yes.
shit."
No, he hears that she's on scholarship. He didn't know that she had been on scholarship. So she's like, True. "Oh man, if she's on here on scholarship and she gets that taken out, she's not gonna be able to perform anymore. She's not." And then even though he's like her rival, he doesn't want her to leave, which is really sweet that he's like, "Oh my God, no, I gotta go help her out." And he like texts her like, "Hey, I'm gonna be here. Come, I'm tutoring you." Yeah. So it's like entirely up to her, really, if she wants to be continued tutored What?
I like that part a lot because it shows that he's empathetic and like that there's a part of him that loves the competition and like I feel like if it was if he was really a really bad person he would be like, oh, I'm gonna use that. Well,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but in this moment, like, oh, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna get her out of the competition or whatever, let her fail. But no, he tries to
Oh my
support.
god, I completely forgot that he does.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Anyways,
nother spoiler that
we'll get there
I don't
later.
even want to think of. And then we get to Riley and Topanga at their house.
Oh my god. She's
and it's
like,
always
I auditioned, and Topanga's like, wig.
Wig said that.
Riley tries to get some info on the marriage.
Yeah, but Topanga's always just annoying.
She's like, fuck off, bitch. Don't
Because
fucking talk to me.
Yeah, first of all, she makes Riley feel like a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe intentionally or not intentionally, who knows? Maybe Topanga likes
intentionally, I don't like that bitch.
But yeah, so she's like, stop talking to me about my marriage, like, relax. And then Riley has to go back to being like submissive, like how she's always been her entire life. And that goes into why she's been performing kind of submissively, I guess, in this art school. Because it always comes back to mommy issues.
True. There's a lot of mommy and daddy issues in the show. Like,
literally. Real sad. People need therapy in this school, which they'll get, but whatever.
Well, some of them do.
Well, some of them do. David is
also have what? Okay. I cannot understand what you said, but dope.
The next scene is like David Isadora.
Oh yeah, okay, talk about that.
I just found it so funny that Isadora is like, girl, to Dave, my bad. He's like, how did you even get to high school, first of all? And he's like, I don't know. People tell me where to go and I go. He really does live his life like a plastic bag in the wind. Drifting to God nowhere.
Dave Perry. Isn't that a person out actually?
Girl, I don't know. I'm spilling Perry teas right now.
Yeah, I like that scene. That was funny.
Very cute. Okay.
Then I have in my notes there's a confession post about Zay. Did I skip Hella?
No, you're right. I completely forgot about this.
about Zay and Charlie.
Oh my god.
And Charlie
freaks out.
Charlie is freaks, and Zay comes to him and he's like, look, I got a B-. Like, it's a little cute moment, but Charlie's like, ha, great, cool, and then like basically runs away and brushes him.
He really said, bye, bitch. I don't know you like that.
Yeah, so it's like pretty rude after their bonding experience, and Zay's like, what the fuck is up with him?
Yeah. It's like how, oh my god, wait, it's like a cat, right? It gets warmed up to you for a little bit, but then the second you go and like try to reach out, it gets mad at you.
Charlie is a cat. He's a cat boy.
Confirmed here, y'all.
Okay, so next we have Don't Stop Me Now, because I'm having a good time. I'm gonna shoot this.
That was beautiful. Yes.
Okay, this song is so Queen good. It's Queen. But
Queen.
Y'all's Queen. Okay, how many fucking songs do Marco need to have though? That was my complaint.
No,
like they
I
already
agree. I agree that this is very Marco focused. But this was a good moment. I think it was very cute. For a moment that both of them like weren't really rivals. They were just in the moment having fun. And, with an amazing song in the background, which is Queen. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Like, hello? What more could you want? Like, here's the thing. I do dunk on Maya and Farkle a lot, and I'll continue to do so because I cannot stand their asses. But I will not lie and say that they're not entertaining at the very least. They're like entertaining bitchy. Where like you can't help but watch to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Farkle more so than Maya, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think it'd be like fun to watch and like see how like fucking insane Farkle is. I think that'd be fun.
Oh my god, but
yeah.
I'm oof. Okay, then I ranked this one. I think it was 10 out of 10. Yes, it was 10 out of 10 because Queen and the Markle scene was very cute.
True.
A temporary
So
truce. Oh my
Maya's
god.
grade does get better.
Oh my god, this entire scene makes me want
Bruh.
to literally scream. I love this. Not because of the fact. Okay, first of all, let me go. You want to talk about what goes on?
Sure. So Maya's grades do get better. And so now the question of who's going to do the showcase, she automatically gets the showcase because Angela loves her.
Yeah,
and even though Riley actually auditioned, Maya does not have to audition. And it's very unfair. Like, and not even anyone else gets to audition if they wanted to. Like,
yeah, like
she just gets it. True. So she just gets it. And Riley is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would be so
and I'm
pissed.
like, what
but
the fuck?
God, but the song that they chose.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm a Glee hater, but I will say that this song by Kurt, which is Rose's Turn, was amazing. It was spectacular.
So,
amazing.
This was actually okay. I had not listened to this song until this time because I was like,
girl.
I don't want to listen to Glee. And now I
No.
understand why everyone was like always talking about this performance. And I had
this is one of my top 10 performances.
This was so good. I was like, oh my god,
chill.
This is
First
fucking
of all,
good.
Like when just like envisioning Riley sing the song, going through the hall, through school hallways, then going through to the auditorium, just singing her heart out, and then finally getting to see her real voice, not being submissive and being mad, but doing it in a very like singing way is beautiful. Ugh, Riley amazes me. Show stopping.
Yes, it was just so good. I loved the little parts that like really I think fit her character. Even just like the little mention of like the scrapbook, like her little board, and the I dreamed it for you, Dad, and like the idea that she's kind of like doing everything for everyone else, and then she still fails, and it's like, what the fuck? It should be her turn. It should be her turn. Yeah,
she is over it. She deserves respect. She's iconic. And I'm very glad she got to sing this song. Like this was like the last performance of the series of the episode. My bad.
This show is over after this shit. Everyone else go home.
For me, this like cemented my favoritism towards Riley, and I just, girl, she finally let loose.
I loved it. It was like very unhinged and feral. I was like, yes, I love this. After her singing so many like songs, hella demure, like shit, like okay, pop the fuck off. And guess who else loved it? And guess who else got to see it? Lucas James Fryer.
I was gonna say his name rhymes with Dukas Pain Fire.
What? Dukas Pain Fire. That's what he does when he be fucking up the fire department, the New York Fire Department.
Oh my god! Stop it, please! I can't breathe.
And he goes,
I love this.
Bravo.
Beautiful. He's so cute. But anyways, I love it because he's got his peepers on her. And now,
no,
like since the first episode, he's really like he's believed that she could be better, that she can do better. I don't know if it's because he just has like intuition or if he saw something. Maybe he's like I don't know. But
he's a psychic.
He's a psychic.
There's an aura.
But he knew that she could do better, and then he's like, then this quote that he says is like my favorite, and he goes, "Whoever it was that was singing up there just now, that sounds like the real you. That sounds like someone worth knowing." Oh my god! It's like romantic. It's on another level, y'all.
I love that.
One of my favorite scenes, favorite songs. It was my favorite song of the episode. I ranked it 11 out of 10.
I love that. I love that quote because it's like he's encouraging her and he can like see the real her and that he wants to know her, whereas like he doesn't want anything from else. Oh,
It's
love it.
It's what's a good word to explain what it is? Because if I
There's
knew
not
more
even a word
words,
to articulate because it's just so.
there was something about it. Like you had to be there to know.
Y'all wasn't there. Y'all wouldn't know.
Period.
Get into it.
Oh my god, we completely forgot to mention. What do you think Emma Han would be doing?
Yeah, I just looked at it. I was like, oh. Okay,
I
yeah.
think
So
it would
my
be,
question.
yeah.
My question for the thing was, okay, so we couldn't decide if we would have to be tutored or be the tutor because I like to tutor.
You like to tweet her?
Hanny. Girl, I said tutor. Tweet.
I don't know what you
Girl,
said.
this
You
is
see
why
what
you
I
need
mean?
because you be
Emma's the
goofing
one
off
who
in class.
tutors. Actually, I think what it is I've mentioned that I think Emma Han are just combined twins.
You mean conjoined?
Yeah, conjoined twins.
Like they have the fucking heads.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I think Emma would tutor Hanny.
Okay, but my question was if we were a good student, who would we not want to tutor? Out of all
Who would we
them?
want? Okay, I would not want to tutor Maya.
Same. She would like she's just being difficult for what? And it's like, bitch, I'm trying to save you. I don't even want to save you.
If Emma Han had been the one to hear about the scholarship,
we said, bitch, bye.
I
would take your spot in the A class.
No, we would have tutored her, but tutored her wrong.
That's like mean. I don't think morally I could like teach someone wrong because I would feel bad about that. But I would just be like, sorry, I'm not gonna tutor you because your bitch ass keeps on being like, no, I don't want to get tutored. Fine then, I'm gonna take your spot.
You're right. It's not morally right, more morally correct. But I think Han would do that. If she was given the choice,
like angel and devil. You're like, please, let's fuck her up.
But who would you want to most tutor?
Who would I want to most tutor?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, any of them are fun. I mean, Dylan, I feel like would be kind of hard sometimes, but he'd be fun. And like, same with Dave. I would get frustrated, but I like tutoring silly people at the same time. Yeah. I mean, any of them except for Maya. And then
I would if I did know things, understood things, I would tutor. Not Dylan, because I know his ass. I would get so pissed with him because he'd be like, "Oh my god, I miss Asher." And
oh my god,
I can't stand you. I would go with Dave.
Okay,
but I feel like me and Dave would not be able to do anything.
If we were a bad student, who out of like the student tutors would we not want to be tutored by? Probably Farkle. We just hate them. We just hate Markle.
Markle can stop for a second.
I think Isadora, I would probably she would not support me. No, I feel like she would just be like, "You're dumb as fuck. Like, why aren't you getting it?" And then I'd be like sad.
Oh yeah, she's a little mean today.
She's like, "You'll be putting shit in the toaster or whatever." Like, damn, okay.
Yeah, Issa, not everybody's intelligent. Okay, God, so rude.
All right,
where my dumb people at? Shout out.
Put in the comments, like and subscribe if you're dumb as fuck.
If you don't know your ABC, these EBCs.
Oh, EBCs, God.
I know. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay.
So who's your favorite character?
All right. Okay, my favorite character. I don't even think I need to mention it, but it's Riley.
I put Riley too, and Farkle runner-up, I think.
I was gonna say runner-up would be Lucas, just because he's cute. He was barely in this, like that.
Just because he's cute.
Because he's cute. Well, it's true.
Least favorite character. I put Maya. Okay, Wyatt. Yeah, he's a little bitch. Sarah, Wyatt. And Sarah. They all be there like always.
They'll take the cake on that. God, I can't stand.
Favorite performances we already pretty much talked about.
What's your DILF ranking?
DILF ranking time. All right, I'll go first this time. 1, Jack per usual. 2,
Wig.
I was kind of torn between them. They're close, but I put 2 for Eric because 1, I felt bad because he hasn't been number 2 yet on my ranking, so I felt bad. But I like that he was passionate. 3, I put Sean. even though I think I agree with him more in this episode, but like he was popping off. 4, Omar, King, 5, Corey. Dumb bitch.
Wow.
I hate him. And also there was 6 infractions this episode that I counted.
Wow.
Oh, our favorite dynamic. What was your favorite dynamic?
Let me get the Dilfranking.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, girl. I'll be like rushing. Hold on, I'm in my own head.
No, actually, I think we should be rushing because of the fact that we're, I think, 2 hours in.
That's okay. Okay, Dilfranking, go. Hyperspeed. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
1 is Omar, 2 is Jack, 3 is Sean, 4 Eric, 5 Corey.
Ooh, Eric is low. Well, now I feel bad. He's okay.
I always rank him high. This time he wasn't there.
That's true. Okay, sorry. You can, if you want to do a 5-hour explanation of your Dilfranking, go for it. I don't mean to rush you.
No, I'm rushing myself because we need to get out of here, girl.
Okay, what was your favorite dynamic?
Marco.
Okay. Sorry, that shocked me because we were just talking shit about them like the whole time.
No, I do agree.
But I get it.
I hate them, but they were like the most dynamic that we've seen. This episode we saw like friendship, you know.
Okay, I obviously said Zay and Charlie. Duh.
Of course, as
they're
you
gonna
should.
be up there. Okay. Well, I guess we better fucking. Okay. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe and comment.
Yeah.
Who would you want to be tutored by? And thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed your cup of ambition. And keep your peepers peeled. I think that's just what we have to do.
Yeah, that's beautiful. All right.
For the episode next week, mayhaps. And thank you, Hanny. Love you.
Love you.
Have a great day, everyone.